So the other day I made my beef roulades and the slices of topside were too big, so I cut some slices off and I froze them and saved them, knowing that I would cook something else. Now, cooking topside, you have to be really careful when it's little pieces like this for stir fry, because it can overcook really quickly. So I'm going to start this stroganoff. You've seen me do a pork stroganoff, you've seen me do a mushroom stroganoff, and I'm now doing a beef stroganoff with topside, which I'm going to flash fry literally for maybe a minute or a minute and a half at the most. In my pan, just to add to the beefy hit, I've got some beef dripping. If you don't have beef dripping, by all means use just a splash of vegetable oil. I also seasoned this beef about an hour ago, just with a light sprinkling of salt. So I'm going to get my pan really hot, put my little pots out. I can smell that that's getting hot. I can see it's getting hot. I'm going to sprinkle this meat in. It's on a very high heat, and I guess you'd call it flash frying. There's probably a technical term for it, but I don't know. I'm not a cook, or I'm not a chef. Turn this over. What you don't want, so don't overcrowd your pan. I'm using an iron pan, which is fantastic for heat. It's very hot. You don't want your steak to stew. You just want to colour it. Ouch, that's very hot. That's it. I'm taking my meat out. I've got some great colour on it, and that was less than a minute and a half. I'm going to use some kitchen paper to just dry out this pan. Ouch. Be careful, don't burn yourself like I am. So the next thing I want to brown off is I've got a load of chestnut mushrooms. So they were sort of this size mushroom, and I cut each mushroom into just 3 pieces. So each slice is about 1 centimetre. I'm not precious about stalks, and I can't bear throwing stalks away, so I have also halved my stalks. I'm going to tip those in. That was about 150 grams, maybe 200. And I'm just going to cook that on a high heat to get some colour on those mushrooms, and also for their moisture to evaporate. For those of you that have followed me for a while, you know that I love to dry fry my mushrooms. There's a lot of recipes where you would cook the meat, take it out, and then you put in the onions, you'd add the mushrooms. But I like to dry mine to start with because it brings out this incredibly intense nuttiness. And I know those of you who've started doing it, you're like me, you can't do it any other way. Beautiful colour. Just at the point where you think, oh, they're starting to burn, they then suddenly release their liquid, their water, and you can then just take it beyond that. And then what you end up with are these beautiful nutty mushrooms. And quite often people who have a problem with mushrooms, it's a texture thing. They don't like the squeakiness. This will help them overcome that fear. You see, these were just smoking then, and I just thought, oh, it's time for them to come out. And then I realised it's because the moisture is coming out, it's creating steam, and they're all wet all over, and they will need another minute or two. Just cook intuitively, watch your food, smell it. These are all things that I can't write in a recipe. I need you to watch my films. All I want is to make you all the best cooks you can be. I think I make my films for people who can already cook but want to understand why they do things. You see, here we go. There was loads in there. There's now water bubbling up. Water that had come out has now evaporated. I'm going to remove the mushrooms. They will be added back in. For a stroganoff, I like to put my onions in butter So I will put a generous knob of butter in. That's about 15 to 20 grams of butter. But I'm also going to add a little splash of vegetable oil, which will help stop it burning. Then I've got one onion that is sliced, not chopped, it's sliced. Put that in the butter, and we're going to cook that for 7 to 10 minutes. Little sprinkle of salt, and just leave those now. Have a glass of wine. While my onions are cooking slowly, I have mixed half a stock cube with 200 ml of boiling water. I've got about, well, it should be 150 grams of sour cream, but I had some creme fraiche that needed using up, but not quite enough, so I've actually done a mixture of creme fraiche and sour cream. I don't see why not. Then what we're going to add, because this is what makes it a stroganoff, is I'm going to add in a rounded teaspoon of whole grain mustard and a rounded teaspoon of Dijon. I'm going to mix that in to that mixture, to the either creme fraiche, sour cream, or both, as I've done. The other ingredients you're going to need are some paprika, but you have to be careful with paprika because it burns. So we're going to add that in after the onions have cooked. And actually now my onions are a few minutes away. I'm going to add a generous sprinkle of oregano. I've also got a large pan of salted water on. You can have your stroganoff with either rice or with pasta, or noodles as they call it in Eastern Europe. I'm going to have mine with pasta. My onions have been cooking for about 10 minutes. They're lovely and soft. I'm going to add the mushrooms back in and any collected juices. I'm going to turn the heat right up. I'm going to move this to a higher heat and turn it up. Now you can deglaze your pan either with some red wine because it's beef, or again, those of you who have cooked with me regularly, you know that I love to use masala with mushrooms. It beautifully complements the mushrooms and the mustard and the beef. So I've got this bubbling away. I'm going to put in a really generous splash of masala and start to reduce that down to a syrup. And I'm going to bubble that on a high heat. You can't rush this stage. It's all about reducing the layers. It's putting in the alcohol. Then we're going to put in the stock. So you can't rush it. I would say this whole cook would take maybe 30 to 40 minutes start to finish. At this point you can add a teaspoon of paprika. It doesn't matter what paprika. My wine or masala is now almost completely evaporated, so I'm going to add in 200 ml of chicken stock, and I'm going to reduce that by half. I'm now going to also tip in any collected juices from the steak. I'm going to add a good grind of pepper. This is beautifully reduced. I'm now going to add in that creme fraiche or sour cream, or mixture of both. And stir that through. I don't want to put the meat in yet because it goes in at the very last minute, so I'm now going to cook my pasta. This is about 150 grams of tagliatelle. Tagliatelle is slightly thinner than fettuccine, but if you have fettuccine, by all means use that. I'm just going to cook this to the pack instruction. My pasta is cooked and drained. This is the point where I'm going to put the beef in, and I'm just going to warm that through for a minute. I don't want to cook it. I don't want to stew it. I just want the beef to get warm. I am going to stir in about a tablespoon of parsley. I want my noodles / pasta to be buttery, so I am going to put in a generous dollop of butter. You could use extra virgin olive oil, but butter's better. A generous grind of black pepper. And let's serve this. This isn't like an Italian pasta where you mix the sauce into the pasta. You actually want the pasta on the bottom. Spoon your stroganoff onto the top. Plenty of that sauce. A little sprinkle of paprika. A little sprinkle of parsley. And we are actually going to finish this with a squeeze of lemon, which will just make it sing. We're going to finish this with a squeeze of lemon. And that is beef stroganoff.